Question 953. Would you rather automatically bark like a dog when you feel threatened, or have your head blow up like a I can't even say the word, pufferfish? Santi!
I could be like poisonous as the pufferfish or something. It might be helpful, but I don't know about.
Yeah, is it all spiky when it blows up like a pufferfish?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be handy. You just headbutt someone.
Is this just what I do, or is this a species-wide trait?
No, but just what you do.
No one else.
No one else.
The trouble is, it has to be like a big threatening dog. It couldn't be like bark up like that and then just start yapping like a poodle.
You don't think those are threatening? You're a postman. Would you stick your hand if there was an Alsatian on the other side, or a Chihuahua?
Probably if the Chihuahua, because most letterboxes are too bloody high for the Chihuahua.
But you know what I mean about fear of little dogs.
We are taught not to put our fingers through letterboxes. Full stop.
No, I'm not surprised.
That is honestly the most common way people have had. It isn't necessarily the fact that the dog might get your fingers. Sometimes and I've had this sort of happen to me before, where they grab the letters or something and the letterbox comes down on your fingers.
Yeah,
that can be really. I mean, those old steel ones.
Yeah,
they could
spring on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sammy says this is the best question ever, Dave. I don't see why. Ant Jar says bark seems more reasonable. Spooky says tricky question. Ilya says bark like a dog. Never Again says I'm told I already growl. When do you growl? And bark. So I'll stay as is. My head is big enough. Joan says, I'm in favour of blowing up like a pufferfish. I don't think I've got a threatening bark. Nerdy says, I'm all for a blow-up head. That sounds ridiculous. Not really? Sammy says...
I think the puff head.
Well, go on, Santi.
Oh, sorry. I think the puff head, because it would be terrifying to people. like the bark,
Yeah.
No, there's a crazy person, but if your hair starts going like this, no matter if you're holding like a machine gun, this guy's gonna run. What's going on?
Yeah, he's just gonna think you're a lunatic if you start barking. But when your head starts blowing up like a pufferfish, it's gonna be pretty impressive.
People don't think it's odd when you bark at them. I've been testing this theory for over a year.
I think men would intentionally try to frighten their partner when receiving a blowjob.
With the bark or the puffer?
With the puffer head.
Whoa,
Stop blowing!
You're not supposed to blow as you get.
Sammy says the visuals I'm getting of the panelists is hilarious. Harmonica Man, I would already like to puff up like a pufferfish, but I would need big fangs too. No, there are no big fangs.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday. They were venomous. Sammy says
pufferfish are pretty much all lips.
Yeah, that makes sense. There's something. The Denobulan. I know that word and I can't say it. Denobulans? From Star Trek can puff their face up like a pufferfish when threatened. Denobulans?
I'm not really a Trekkie, so I can't
you don't like good sci-fi at all, do you?
Star Trek, to me, isn't that great sci-fi, but that's each to their own.
Could you pop the head when it's inflated? Yes.
You're just jealous because you can't act as good as William Shatner.
No one can act like William Shatner.
I can sing like him.
Oh no, please don't.
Ant says, wasn't there a creature on Grimm that puffed up like a pufferfish when threatened? There's definitely been some in various different fantasy sci-fi stuff that have done it. I can't remember any of them in particular. So, Granny.
Bark like a dog.
Can you bark?
Arf, arf.
I'm terrified.
I'd go for the pufferfish. Definitely. The bark isn't going to scare anybody.
But actually, my reasoning behind it is, in reality, when I am extremely frightened, I can't talk at all. A perfect example of this is I was having coffee with some women, and one of the women had a baby in a stroller, and she had her purse on the handle of the stroller, and the purse fell, and the handle of the purse was choking the child. And I could not talk. I just kept pointing at the child, going, ba, 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 ba. That's all I could do. But they looked where I was pointing. And yeah, a number of people have said, when I'm pointing and I can't talk, you need to look. Someone's life is being threatened.
Never again says, did Granny ever feel
But would
threatened?
that help the situation if you'd have just barked? If you'd have pointed at the baby and started barking, would that have helped the situation?
Well, someone next to them said, what is it, lassie? What is this?
At least
Someone
it
down
would
the
have
well.
made more noise than what I was doing. At least it would have got attention faster.
Yeah. She's not wrong. Sammy says, I just shit my pants, Granny. And Spooky says the bark was adorable.
I wouldn't want to do the puffer thing because I'd be afraid of how many people's inner thighs I could hurt.
Do you often get scared when down there?
This is what you want, though. That's what you want, stuff like that.
Yes. Apparently that's the cutest scary bark ever, Granny.
Well, sorry for that, where it's like a yappy dog. They're not intimidating.
Yeah, Jack Russell type dog.
She's intimidating. Right. Jeff, what are you going to go for?
I can't be intimidating no matter what I do.
I think I'm going to go with a pufferfish thing, to be honest.
Granny, you can be intimidating by looking at people.
Yes, that's true.
That frown can be intimidating. No, I will say not as intimidating as that death stare Manta gives me if I do the Jar Jar. But
I wanted Jenny. What did Jenny answer? She didn't want the pufferfish. So she wants the bark because she can bark, and she barked. That's good. If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.